Anthony, Fourby4Adventures. We're just going to do a quick video for you evaluating this RYOBI, this little RYOBI 18-volt compressor. Now, we've said before in a previous video, it's not going to be suitable for all jobs, but it's hard to see in the light, but that battery's full. It's just been charged. We filled up the tank, so we started off full. It's down a little bit. You can see it's on about, what is it, 60, 70, 80, somewhere between 60 and 90, you can see. Battery's full. What we're going to do, we're going to let all 4 tyres down on this one, down to 20 PSI. That's fairly low, maybe 22. It's probably, you know, not the lowest you need to go, but to give you a fair indication. And we're going to take them from 22 back up to 38 for this one. And we'll let you know how long it takes and how much battery is left at the end of it. So then you know if you can possibly use one of these units as your, you know, I mean, you know, some people are spending a couple $100 on a compressor or more. If you're getting the ARB one permanent in the car, it's obviously cost more, but for the portable ones, people are spending around that sort of money, more or less. If you've got one with a tank on it, you don't have to wire it up and you can just pick it up and take it somewhere else for a job, then I say happy days. And it is, I'll give you another little tip what you can do with this, which could be hard. On your fridge in your house, right, at your home there, the fridge, it's got, just like your air conditioning system in the car, it's got a condenser and all this sort of thing. You get a lot of dust build up on that, on the back there. So what you should probably do once a year is slide the fridge out from the wall, bring the compressor in with the air blower, and this is exactly the sort of circumstance. It's going to make a bit of dust in the house, but you know, once a year, you do it before you do your spring clean, whatever it is, and just blow it all clean, and it'll just run so much more efficiently, saving power, better for the environment, and saving you money. Little compressors like this can do that job. You can only do a few small bursts at a time because the tank pressure does go down pretty quickly. That's the downside. Now, let's get these tyres let down, and we'll pump them up, see what happens. All the tyres are let down to 22 PSI, and this is the gauge we're going to use, which has been checked against others. That says about 23 at the moment, but yeah, they're about 21 to 23, let's say, you know. Probably hit it again and you'll get 22 out of it. It doesn't really matter, give or take a PSI. What matters is this is a genuine review. Nobody's paid me to do it, giving you the real information. Please press like and subscribe. We're going to get this compressor hooked up, pump them up again, and give you some information, see how long it takes. First bit of information, that's how long it took to get from the gauges from what they were set on up to 120. And yes, if you pull this knob out, it does adjust, but it was actually turned all the way up to the maximum quite tight, so it felt like, you know, I didn't want to force it. But after a bit more thinking, we just cranked it a bit harder, and of course you could turn it down, you can turn it up. It's on its maximum at the moment. We've got this Azedo jobby from Bunnings, and we went for that because it's got the flexible hose, which allows to get into smaller tyres, bikes, wheelbarrows, that sort of thing. A few mozzies floating around here too, so hopefully this doesn't take too long. So there we go, right. This gauge says, I don't trust it. I've got this one to back it up. That little pump took it up about 5 PSI only, and it took about a minute to get back up to 120 pressure. So let's get down there again, hook it up, and we'll give it a longer burst this time, see what happens. Just hit the trigger. Mozzies, mate. Mozzies. that's how long it took. So we've given it 2 hits so far. Hopefully you can tell by the video, add about a minute for the first. Took about that long to air it up. We're on about 34 psi by the looks of it, so we're going to give it a little bit more. Please note, I don't believe this gauge is accurate. This says 40. I just don't believe it. It said 40 just about the whole time. Well, safe to say, it gets the job done. That's 1 tyre done. You work out the time, probably a minute or 2 off camera. You work out the times that I didn't roll the video for while it was, you know, repressurizing, if you like. Certainly does the job if you're not in a hurry. I'll get all the other tyres done. I note I started at 10:02 AM. I'm just going to go and pump the other 3 fast as I can. I'll come back to you with the results. What I've also been able to confirm, if you hold the trigger, it just goes down that low. The air's going in very slow, so you're better off just waiting 30 seconds and get back on the trigger. Now we're up for about another 30 seconds before that repressurizes to the point that it's worth holding the trigger. So I'm just watching this gauge, both the gauges, you can see what's happening. Still pumping. I checked it, that was 35. I was able to disconnect that, use this gauge to check it. We're just getting up towards pressure now, so we're probably getting close. Okay, it's 11 minutes past 10, that's the passenger side done. We started at the rear, then the front. We're on the driver's side front now. Going to get down there and give it a bit. 12 minutes past 10 AM in the morning. Give it a bit more. Okay, 10:14 AM. That one's on 38. We're on the last tyre now. Just letting it catch up a little bit. We're going to hit it again. Okay, 10:15 AM. The right hand rear is already up to about 35, so we've only got a little bit to go. Just letting it catch up a bit. This is actually not turning out too bad, but we'll have the stats at the end of the video. Sit tight, remember to press the like. Nobody paid me to do this. Subscribe, turn the bell on if you want the genuine information and reviews on products. Okay, it's 10:17, all the tyres are pumped up to 38 psi. Apologise for the wind, I can't help that I'm out in the environment. Somebody said I need to get a wind mic. Anyway, let's see how this goes. I'm trying to huddle it, keep it out of the wind. So, what time was it? 10:02 and 10:17. So the whole job done, including make a video, in 15 minutes. Now let's have a look how much battery's left. So remembering we finished off at full pressure, so we'll just switch the power off. We'll take the battery off. We just want to have a feel, is the battery warm? Remember, for the last 3 tyres, that was running constantly, non-stop, didn't get a chance, no break. So the first tyre, we gave it a bit of a break, bit of chit chat, not much, minute, you know, maybe something like that. So we wasted, out of that time, you can count a couple of minutes of downtime, but there's a couple of minutes of not video, right? Here we go. What's this guy doing? How you going, buddy? Anyway, he wants to come and have a look, mate. Green and green, RYOBI +1. It's naturally attracted. Anyway, the battery, how much is left? Let's try and get it where you can see it. I can't even see it. Let's take it in the vehicle or something, out of the light situation where it's a bit darker, hopefully. Oh, come on, stay still. Here we go. Dun, 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 dun. What's going to happen? There you go, it's half full. So you know how it works, though, like a fuel tank and a battery, whatever the case may be. Usually when something says half, it's more than half shagged, and that's the 5 amp hour battery. So I'd suggest only don't bother with the 1.5s, 2s, 3s, 4s. You want a minimum 5. I think you can get a 6 for these as well. You may even be able to get a bigger one. I'm not going out to recommend this, but if you need a multi-purpose compressor and you don't go off-road that much, then this is maybe the portable one to do the job. You can see all the tyres are all pumped up to the correct pressure, 38 psi. So to be clear, I believe it took about 15 minutes. We started with this almost close to full. It was down a bit under 90. So look, okay, it took 30 seconds to air up. We had a full battery charged overnight. It pumped up 4 tyres from 22. Oh, you want to know what tyres they are on this vehicle? Cooper, yeah. Discoverer, AT3, 265, 65, 17, standard size, works best. Small 4-cylinder diesel engine. Right, I think that's a bada bing, guys. They went from 22 up to 38. Did the job. This Azito gauge, completely inaccurate, because you need to get that up to about 45. But the thing is, it went to 40 pretty quickly when they're on 25 as well. So completely inaccurate as a tyre pressure gauge. It was a cheap little thing, but we still had to get the fitting for it. You know what I mean? Still had to buy the little Nitto things to go on the end. It didn't come with it, so it wasn't that cheap. I don't actually like air up units with gauges on them. I really prefer these. I've got a whole heap of these, and I check them against each other and other gauges. Cheap as chips, kind of cheap rubbish, whatever, but you know what? Very reliable to give you the right reading of what you want. Anyway, guys, that's a video. I don't know what else I can include in there. You can buy little air blowers with a coil lead like this with a blower on the end for 20 bucks from Bunnings, that JMEC or whatever other brand it's called. And it was about 22 bucks. Can't beat it. That'll plug directly straight in here, but as I've demonstrated in other videos, only small bursts. This unit here, I think we'll keep it because it could be handy for remote little jobs. Like I said, you know, it's a wheelbarrow tyre. You know, if you're down the farm or whatever, you need to pump up tyres, bike tyres, no problem. Motorbike tyres, all this sort of small stuff, or emergency situation where you can just grab it and run it down the paddock for your neighbour or whatever the case may be. More of a, so it is going to be handy like that. But if you want a big quantity of air for blowing things clean and dry, big quantity of air, not going to happen. It's only a small tank. I don't remember, what is it, 5 litres or something like that. Does it even tell us on here? 3.8 litres, right? It's tiny. If you want to have any sort of air, minimum 20-30 litres. Personally, I like a 50 litre tank minimum. And there's your specifications on the unit. Like I said, nobody paid me to tell you about this. I just went, oh, I'll give that a try, and then I thought, well, I'll let you know about it. So I'm out of here. Please hit the like button if you learnt something out of that and it helps you to decide. Like I said, if you're only a few times a year, couple of times a year, day trip, you've probably got 15 minutes, but don't muck around. Make sure you've got a spare battery. If you're going for a weekend, you might need a couple of batteries, but most people have got a couple of batteries, so could work out for you. Anyway, guys, we're out of here. Got to go grab some firewood. Bada bing. Catch ya. Thanks for watching. Subscribe, bell on. I've said it enough times. I'm out of here. Ciao.